Welcome back, guys. It's Kibla Ahmed out here. I hope you guys are really well. Alright, I'm trying something completely different here. It's Inktober, guys, 2018, and the last 2 years you guys have been absolutely amazing following me on my journey. My crazy creative artistic journey. You guys have been, so supportive. It's unbelievable. But I'm not going to talk too much. Guys, what I'm going to do with Inktober this year is I'm going to give you a sketch every day, but I'm going to use different types of materials. You're going to get to see my process. I'm going to talk through my process as well. So as much as I'm going to learn doing this, I hope I can inspire in the progress as well. So I've got it all set up. I've got the GoPro set up, recording from my iPad, and then I've got my iPhone recording from here, so it's recording me, and then I've got my iMac on to play some music in the background, keep us in the flow. And today, guys, I'm gonna do a sketch of Poison Ivy. Now, I haven't really sketched her before, so I'm gonna do a reference shot. This is the original that was done by Jim Lee, and now he's one of my favorite artists in the world. And while I was looking for reference pictures to see how I can sketch, I found this and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sketch this. So I've got this up as reference, so that I can do my own version of it. That's the main thing. Guys, so what I'm going to be using here is, I've got watercolour paper. So this is from Cass Arts in London. I'll show it here and I'll show it here. These are 300 GSM sheets. They're really thick, thick sheets. And they've got the little indents in them. It's a really nice board. It works with watercolours, really thick inking, and just absorbs the ink so well. I love sketching with them, and I love drawing on top of them as well because the colours and everything look great. So while I look at my reference and what I should do, sorry guys, let me make some space for this. Oh. So that's Jim Lee's version, guys, yeah? I'm not taking no credit for the original that he's done. He's an oopsie daisy, sorry guys, an amazing artist, and I can't wait. One day, hopefully, I am privileged enough to meet him. Okay. Sorry guys, little technical difficulties. Just trying to keep all of this straight. There we go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So guys, I hope you guys are really well. So what I'm going to start doing here is I'm looking at the image and I'm just going to pencil it in. I'm going to pencil in what Jim does. Like, it's going to be my my representation of his sketch, but all credit goes to Jim. I'm telling you, watching his videos have inspired me over the years even more, and he has an amazing way of the way he sketches. It just flows for him so well. And you know what, with art, it will flow, guys. It takes time, it's practice, and stuff like this really. It's just stuff like this month, this Inktober month, when it started, it just inspired people to get into sketching and drawing, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the fact I love seeing all the sketches that I've seen on Instagram. I know some people have already started. I'm a bit late, but I'll get there, because I want to share the experience with you guys. So guys, as you can see, I'm just penciling in my representation of Poison Ivy, using Jim Lee's artwork as a guideline. And then later on in the month, you'll get to see stuff that I just do straight out of my head. But now, just to kind of get an idea, and what Jim does, like, he uses pencil. He just doesn't use it a lot. He really starts inking off straight away. He never like me. I'm the type of artist who would like to see each detail, how I'm doing it, but he's been drawing for years, and I'll be honest guys, it's been so busy at the moment with life, I have not had the time to sketch. So this is the first sketch I'm actually doing in the past probably 2 months or so. So I really hope you guys get to enjoy this as much as I am, because I just get to sit here. I'm off work until tomorrow, but having to enjoy a sketch in the process, I am loving it. So Jim, he's such a creative that he has learned how to like just draw images without, you know, scaling and not so many lines. Like when it comes to detail, the guy is immense. Don't get me wrong, he's probably the best artist when it comes to detail and representing shading. Man, the guy's cross hatching is out of this world. It's out of this world. So let's this is me. So what I'm doing, because I'm not at that level of Jim Lee. I love sketching, I love drawing, but I'm nowhere next to the level of what Jim can do. So I'm lining out where the nose, the eyes will sit, and then I'll drop the rest of the other details in there. So like eyebrows. You know what, guys? I'm gonna be totally honest right now. I should have sharpened this pencil. So guys, remember in your tools when you're using it, I mean now I'm using just a standard WH Smith HP pencil on this very thick uh, what do you call it, water colored paper. So the pencil is smudging. So I'm left-handed. As I'm going over the sketch, in the process, I am actually smudging. So get a light pencil that doesn't leave so much traces of lead everywhere. And try and, if you're left-handed, then lift your hand up when you're going over details. Poison ivy. It's not been. I haven't. I think I've drawn her once. I think I did her last October, and it was something that I just kind of put together. Where this one, like Jim has his way of the way he draws eyes and lips, and you know what? With practice, guys, you'll have your own way. And I would say photo reference is always really good when it comes to drawing somebody. So using loads of photo references, and that will help you work on your skills really well when it comes to sketching and drawing. Alright, so there you guys, lips, face, eyes, shading, a few more details here. And there we go. I've dropped some of the layouts we needed. And the thing is, usually once you've inked it, you'd scribble over it. So what I'm going to use here is, there we go, something that my wife gave to me. So I'm going to use that for like the details now. So the thicker details. So here is. So this is a fine liner. It's a graphic inks pen I'm using. So it's a 0.5. So it's not that thick. It's just the right amount to get the lines I want. And then what I'm going to do for like giving it a bit of depth and the shading, I'm going to add a thicker line on it. So So the type of sketch I'm doing here right now, guys, is like a quick 20-30 minute sketch. It's not meant to take too much time. You want to get the main lines and the details that you want to see. As I'm using Jim's image as a reference, I've already laid down my pencils. I know what I'm going to do from here now and what I'm going to change and what I'm going to make look different. I do need a pencil rubber. Let me see if I can find one. I hope this doesn't mess anything up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay the inks out, but around her face I'm going to take some of the pencil. I'm going to take some of the lead out. I'm going to rub it out. So that was I'm going to try this little, so this is a Pentel brush pen, so I'm going to use that, guys. The problem is, when you're going to rub out ink, that may come off, so let me go back to this, so that I don't make no mistakes. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to keep my eyes around everywhere because I'm recording from like 2 devices and I don't want the battery to die out halfway. So far so good. I can't actually wait to put this video together for you guys. So Jim always says, you know, he works really hard on the eyes, and it's true, you should do. The eyes are the gateway to your soul, so you want to give that character that feel to it. I've always had issues drawing eyes, but along the years I've got much better. And this is what Jim's best at, cross-hatching. I'm not amazing. I just want to get as much as I can in there. Scared that my left hand is smudging everything right now, and I hope it's not. I hope it's not. There you go. That looks good. And over here. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I did have the rubber there. I'm going to take away some of the lines I left around here. Sorry guys, a little bit of a shake. And what happened? A bit smudgy. It's bound to happen, guys, but don't let it dishearten you. I've gone way past being upset about why that happens. So what I'm doing now, guys, just to give it a bit more of a depth, I am using a Pro marker, black, just to thicken the lines a bit, just to give it a bit more depth. It's running out. I need some more ink, my friends. There we go. Now this is kind of when the fun part kicks in, and I've seen Jim do this a few times, and It always inspires me. Let's see if I can represent that. So he uses this ink, this black ink called, it's for retrographics basically. Really for typography and stuff like that. Sorry about that, that's a bit of a big ink. And what I'm going to do, because he does something really amazing. I'm hoping this ink is alright. And I hope I don't mess up right now. So I'm going to do exactly what he does. So he always dabs it on a piece of paper or a card, kind of flicks it everywhere. And I'm going to see, there we go, it's working. It kind of just drops it everywhere. And I love this, because this part here is where I can get a bit more creative. So he uses tissue. You know what, guys, I'm going to have to put the tissue in the bin after, so I'm going to keep the bin right here. Sorry if you guys can see that in the scene. So this is what he does, and I absolutely love it when he does this, because it just looks amazing. It gives the image a different feel to it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop some in there to kind of see the ink process as well. There we go. So what I'm going to do, drop it more. There we are. So guys, I'm going to use this little brush just to get the parts of some of the black ink in there. And what I'll do is I'll just do that, just to go right to the edges. This ink is amazing, guys. This is actually, you know what, guys, I'm going to be honest. This is the first time you guys getting to see this, and I'm excited. So I've used a small paintbrush just to kind of give it a bit of, and the reason why the big thick board works really well, guys, is it just soaks it in really well and doesn't leak through the page. And then even when it comes to scanning, which I've seen as well, it looks amazing. Guys, so what I'm going to do with the brush here is just take it in a little bit, give me a bit more detail, go over the blacks again. And I'm going to let that dry for a moment. While that dries, I'm going to clean. So guys, remember, the hardest part of doing sketching and drawing is making sure everything around you is still looking spick and span and clean. You don't want to make a mess or, you know, get in trouble by the wife just in case anything happens. But yeah, here we go. Let me continue doing this. Always keep your equipment clean when it comes to brushes and stuff like that. That always helps. Look at that. That looks, you can already see how it looks. Alright, so I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna wash this brush after, Let me give this to you guys. Oh, see Daisy. There we go. Okay, look at how that looks so far now. Looks amazing. I'm excited. I am going to do just a couple of more lines around here because I'm going to represent the hair. Hopefully you guys are getting to see this form right now, the way it is forming right now. I think I've used a bit too much ink. I'm going to wait for that to dry. In the process, let me see if I can get where is it from? I'm going to use this is a Micron, Pigma Micron. It's a 0.2. Just going to get a bit more of the line in. So I'm just going to drop little details here, guys. So and this is here is called the artist marker. This is a white. Now I haven't used this in a while again because it's been a few months, but let me try see if I can. Yeah, it's cool. It's working. Cool. So with the white paint marker, which is it's running out, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was gonna. I didn't really test it before I started filming. I got excited and it looks like it's running out. And so, but what he usually uses is he uses Tipex. There we go. A lot of the black ink is quite thick still, so still quite wet. So I'm just gonna go around the image where it's not so thick. There we go. Hopefully. I should really wait for it to dry, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting. There we go, guys. This is my version of Jim Lee's Poison Ivy sketch. I'm gonna drop a bit of pencil shade in here. Just to give it a bit more of a oomph. And this is just me because I like it. So, and a bit of... If you guys are wondering what soundtrack I'm playing, it's from a movie called Tears of the Sun. Soundtrack done by Hans Zimmer. And the movie starring Bruce Willis. Amazing film. But guys, I really hoped you enjoyed that as much as I did, because I think the black ink just made it pop so much. I've got more to do. I'm gonna sign this. And there we go. So let me hold this properly so I don't ruin it. There we go, guys. My version of Poison Ivy. Jim Lee did the original sketch, and this is my version of it. I hope you guys enjoy. Guys, massive thank you for joining me, and I hope to catch up soon. One love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.